Finn Fisherback, welcome to the channel, mate.
Thank you.
You're on sharing a brew, so we're going to kick you off. You need to make yourself and me a coffee. It's already dialed in to some extent, so I mean, you've got your, this is just what I have it run up for this basket, and you have all the tools that you need to make it. So I'm gonna leave it to you. But,
all right. No. Wait, I gotta keep composure. Do you have the little spiky tool?
Yeah. That must have gone on the floor.
That's lost down here. All right.
High pressure environment.
I'm nervous, man.
The worst brew that we've had on the show so far was Jack Hagan. He has a Lamazocco at home, so.
Yeah. This is not only episode 2.
Yeah.
I got a rocket, so I'm feeling at home, but I mean, this one's a bit more fancy than mine, so.
It's a high pressure environment.
Yeah. We gotta do it at the same time. Wait, that's not bad, you know.
It's a good looking brew. I reckon you can be pretty happy with that. 25 seconds I've been usually on.
Okay, I reckon that's good then. Beautiful. Look at that.
Not even any channeling either.
I gotta like test my skills out on the latte art.
All right, bro. We've got some Barista Edition Oatly to hook you up with then.
All right. I feel like this is what the people come for, you know?
Yeah. Does it squeal or not?
Yeah, no, you gotta get the first like little bit squealing. A little bit of air.
I reckon this could be a good brew. It's refreshing to have someone know what they're doing, because I really don't.
Knock out the bubbles.
Here we go.
This is where I get nervous. Sometimes I start shaking when I know I'm on a good one. You know?
Oh. Oh no!
I thought I was on one there. Start to get nervous.
What are we rating the brew, guys?
No.
Or we're gonna tea towel. There we go. Delicious looking brew.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. First time oat milker.
Yeah, no, I reckon that was a good shout. I'll just have an Americano. Right. Thanks.
Yeah, it's just the last bit. I told you, like when I feel like I'm on one,
yeah,
and I got some good milk, I get nervous, and then I lose all composure. Start shaking, lose all composure. Actually, I have like a bit of an agreement in my household. I like make the espresso shot, and my girlfriend Alice makes
does the milk.
Because yeah, I'm just a bit too inconsistent. I feel like Americano, you can go less wrong, you know?
Oh, this could be the best one yet.
It's nice. You like it? Yeah, look at the colours coming out of that.
Yeah. Oh, we've run out of water.
Ooh.
It's all right, the new one finishes the brew, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. Oh, I'm gonna do the water.
Dialed.
How do you rate that?
I reckon that's a good brew. Definitely the best one that we've had so far. All right, Finn, walk us through. From New Zealand, how did you get into the sport?
From a pretty young age, actually. Yeah, I would have been like 10 years old, maybe even 9. My dad was always into cycling, but yeah, it was just kind of one day, me and my sister, we did a bunch of sports, but one day, I think Dad must have floated the idea, and we went down to the local velodrome, and yeah, took our mountain bikes down, did some just a entry kind of day racing there, and just fell in love with it.
Around the track on the mountain bikes?
Yeah, I mean, it's loosely a track. It was like 550 meter track, like completely flat, outdoor concrete, you know, around a rugby field. So I don't know if you could call it a velodrome, but I mean, there was 4 corners and a finish line, so it was, yeah.
And then from there, obviously, I remember hearing about your name from the 3K IP. You're a world champ at one point or the world record as well, no?
Yeah, world record on the IP. I was never actually world champ because I crashed before the Worlds.
Okay.
But I was world champ in the team pursuit, and yeah, I mean, that was kind of where I started. In the juniors, I was actually way more focused on the track than the road. And yeah, the transition kind of came in my last junior year to the road. I had some support from Jumbo already in Europe, so that was kind of where I started to transition.
And that was always the plan, or you wanted to like pursue the track more before? Or?
You know, it's crazy, like thinking back, I just didn't have a plan, you know, like I was also, you know, I was enjoying being 18 and like having, you know, cycling was never that serious for me in juniors, especially when I was still in New Zealand. It only really got serious, I think, when I broke the IP world record, and the next day I was calling with the coach from Visma, and then I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe I am good enough to have a career out of this. And yeah, a few months later I was in Europe, and then okay, I was starting to take it a bit more seriously. But I mean, thinking back, like, yeah, I was just enjoying racing, especially on the track. And yeah, training was fun, racing was fun. And where it would take me would be a bonus, you know, like I wasn't really thinking about a career in cycling.
Yeah.
Always, yeah, of course it's always a dream, but I mean, yeah, I kind of never really deeply thought about it, I guess.
So Jumbo called, then what happened from there?
Yeah, so the next day, I mean, I was pretty fortunate. I've always been pretty good mates with George Bennett, and he's always been kind of like a mentor for me, and he was in the team with Jumbo at the time, and he kind of set up the call, so it was, you know, it wasn't like a complete coincidence, and yeah, I have a lot to thank George for that, because he kind of kickstarted that for me. And then yeah, so I had a call the next day with the coach at Jumbo, and he basically said, like, how would you like to come to Europe for, you know, to race a bit of the junior season? They'll set me up with a team and a place to stay. And so I did that a couple of months later and came over for about 3 months. Did a few races in the Netherlands and Belgium, and then finished it off with the World Champs.
And then after that, you made the move to Europe, no?
Yeah.
How did you find that?
It was pretty rough, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was 2020, so I came over in February 2020. Just started renting a new apartment in the Netherlands, and somewhere I'd like never been before. Like, it was pretty rough spot. And then COVID hit, so it kind of like everything kind of flew on its head a bit. Like I was booking a flight the next day out of Amsterdam. So it was kind of, it was a pretty rough start, I'd say. And to be honest, thinking back, like I was pretty happy when COVID hit, because the first kind of month in Europe, I really wasn't enjoying it. And then, you know, when I heard like, okay, I can go home, I can go home and don't have to like race or don't have to do anything for the next like foreseeable future, I was pretty stoked. And like, I think, that initial kind of realization that this is my life now, kind of hit and was maybe a bit harder than I was expecting. I mean, I eventually built up the courage to come back again later that year, luckily, and I think it was much better then. You know, it was summer. You know, there was a bit more excitement to get racing again. So I think, I was maybe almost happy that COVID hit, as it kind of gave me a bit like easier transition into Europe life.
Yeah, and now we're in Andorra. Obviously, how do you like that compared to where you've lived in the past?
Yeah, Andorra, I definitely have fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
Like, I've lived in the Netherlands, and then I moved to Girona. Was there for a couple of years. And then, to Andorra full-time last year. And, I mean, I love it. We're actually neighbours, so I get to see this beautiful view every day as well. So, I mean, I've really felt at home now in Andorra. And, I mean, it's strange how, like, I'm sure you're the same. Like, now, when you go back to, for me, New Zealand, Australia, like you feel like you're going, you know, you're visiting rather than going home. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah, there's not much there for you anymore.
Yeah, I love seeing my family and everything, but it's more like a visit rather than going home. And it's a strange feeling, you know, your home's kind of transitioning into this new place. But I'm really happy and set up here now.
And coming from, obviously you've been like riding for a long time. What was something that like when you turned pro exceeded your expectations? You never thought it would be this good?
I I don't know. I guess like just sadly it wears off pretty quickly, but kind of like being in a pro team, it is just like crazy circus, you know. You get all this like free stuff, like all the stuff you used to dream of as like a junior getting, you know, and you know, traveling around, doing these races like you dream of doing. I mean, unfortunately it wears off quite quickly, and you kind of have to remind yourself to kind of think like, it's pretty sick what I'm doing. But I'd say definitely one of them's got to be like all the gear you get as a pro. I'd say that was probably one of the cooler things when you finally turn pro and you just got all this stuff turning up at your doorstep. That's pretty sick. But nah, just the places you get to be, places you get to see, and like we get to live in a place like this is already in itself.
It's cool, no?
Cool, you know.
Do you like the travel? Do you enjoy it?
The travel itself, I don't like airports. I hate now, but it's just like it's doing it that much. It's just it's annoying. And obviously from Andorra you got to drive 2.5 hours to the airport, and then you know, back in Barcelona it's pretty carnage airport as well. So the travel itself I don't love, but seeing new places I always love to do. Always love to go to new countries. Like I've got a list on my phone of like all the countries I've been to, and I love like adding a new one.
What are you up to?
I think it's like 24 now or something.
Really?
25 maybe.
Is this on Bean?
No, I just had it on a notes app.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like download the app, you'll like it even better.
All right, I will.
And on that, do you consider cycling work? Like there's some guys that say, I've never worked a day in my life. Are you the same or?
No, I wouldn't consider it like, I don't know, it's a tough question, like, because of course I would consider it like a job, but I would never compare it to kind of like the work that people normally have, you know, like a 9 to 5 or something. You know, it's more like, I guess like an occupation, you know, like we don't clock in anywhere, you know, like training, like I still enjoy it, you know, like I love training, I love racing. So I guess, it is a job, but I'm fortunate enough to love it.
You don't really see it as a job then?
Yeah,
just more
not
enjoyment.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I think, for sure it's a work and it's a job, and sometimes it does feel like maybe harder work than it's worth, especially, you know, with injuries and illnesses and crashes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, you still keep coming back, so, yeah.
Speaking of, you prepared for the Ardennes, you're flying, and then got sick. How did you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty rough. I think I was really hoping to back up, kind of like I think it was a good start to the year, like I was pretty happy with that, but I mean, I still felt I was missing like a result. And so I was hoping to kind of back it up, maybe go a little bit better in this next block. I had, the Ardennes, and then I was meant to go to Romandy. And then, like already in Amstel, I was not feeling great, and the next day, tested positive for flu. And so that was, I mean, at the time, I didn't really care because I was thinking like, I've had COVID 3 times, so what's it?
Yeah.
But then, it knocked me back a bit more than I was thinking it would, and ended up being 2.5 weeks off the bike. So,
It's hard to come back from
rough,
that before the end of the Ardennes.
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm just thinking, I hope I can come back for the summer racing. So,
what do you have on the program from now?
Dauphiné is next for me, so that's in a month's time. Are you doing that?
Nah, Swiss. So I got an extra week, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of time pressure, but I think it should be all right. Like, historically, I've kind of always been able to, as long as I can get a few weeks of good training together, I've been able to kind of bring it around. So hopefully, I'll be back to form before Dauphiné.
Yeah. And when you're not racing or training, what do you fill your spare time with? And what are your vices? What are the things that like you indulge in?
I think like it's always a tough question because like us cyclists, I don't know, like maybe you have a few more hobbies than me, but like for me it's just like when I'm finished training, like all I want to do is just chill and not really do anything. But for me, my girlfriend is also a cyclist, pro cyclist, so she's also away a lot. So whenever we're at home together, it's nice to just spend time together, you know, like going to town, just chill at home and maybe go see some of Andorra's. I mean, for me, that's kind of what I enjoy doing. Indulging,
Can be anything.
I have to say food a lot, for sure. Definitely food one I'd indulge in. Not much of a chef, not like yourself, but my girlfriend is, and something we enjoy doing together. So.
And what about outside of that? Like you've got a nice car parked in the garage.
Yeah. Recently, I've been getting into cars a little bit more. And I have a new car, a new M3, which I'm super happy with.
How is it going?
I'm loving it, Like, just kind of like looking after it, like cleaning it.
It's nice,
It's nice, you know?
I haven't seen a bit of dust on it since I've driven past.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. The weather's getting good now, so I've been taking it off up the hill. So, no, it's been super fun.
That's awesome. What's the next mod for it?
I don't know, I need to talk to you about that, because I mean, like, I'm kind of just getting into cars.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, what I want to do first, but definitely would be interested in doing something to it. I mean, I'm hoping every day I can turn it on and it wakes you up. So maybe
I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, that sounds good. Next one, if we're sat here in 10 years, what do you hope to have achieved in your career?
It's another tough one. Like, I think. I want to say, I would want to be, in 10 years from now, I'd want to be like nearing the end of my career. I mean, I've already done 5 years now.
That's the next question.
But I'd say just to be satisfied with it. I'm not completely sure in the direction, like in terms of which races I want to target and like what races I dream of winning yet, because I'm not entirely sure on where I'll go the next few years. But there's some specific races I want to win. Obviously, like a stage in a Grand Tour would be dreams for me. Tour Down Under, that's another big one for me. Best race of the year. But I think just to be satisfied and like it's something not a lot of riders get, is to finish their career really, like fulfilled with what they've done. And I think a lot of riders finish still wanting something more. So it'd be nice to kind of, finish in a good way and kind of go out on my own terms, I guess. But I mean, hopefully I've still got a long way to think.
Do you think you could be satisfied with your career if you didn't win another race from now, but you enjoyed it for another 10 years?
Yeah, 100%.
So you'd just be happy with being content with your career? And
if that's the way that it went, and I didn't feel that I was going to win the races I dreamed of winning. Yeah. If I could then find my place in pro cycling, that like I was happy, getting on the bike every day, working towards a goal that made me happy, for sure, I'd be happy with that.
I think that's a good way to be. I think there's a lot worse ways to keep going and going.
Yeah, well, I think for sure, for me right now, everything's about winning, and that's the reason I'm riding, is because I'm chasing that feeling of winning. But I mean, I think riders grow, and I think every young rider wants to win, but as you kind of age in your career, and if that doesn't come for me and the wins aren't coming as much as I want, then maybe I will start to look in another direction, and whether it's devoting myself to a certain rider or
How do you think you'll know when you're done, when your career's finished?
I think, like I was saying, that I think from a few people I've talked to, recently who have retired, I think there's almost like a time comes where you kind of go like, maybe, I'm happy now with what I've done. And maybe training this hard every day doesn't make me happy, I think maybe there will be a time that will come where I think I've done everything I want to do, hopefully.
And last one, what do you think you'll do after?
I don't know. It's tough because, I don't know what kind of, what I'll be into in however many years it is until I stop. But I mean, and if I would stay in Andorra or something like that, I think I could definitely stay, maybe not in cycling, but in sport. I would definitely be interested to be in sport in some way. I don't know if working for a cycling team would interest me, just because, you know, after a career of traveling around and so much time away from home.
Yeah, it'd be pretty rough.
Yeah, I mean, and home time is so valuable for me. I think, I look at someone like the DSs and that, and see how much time they spend away from home and their family. I think that would be tough.
Yeah.
But I think definitely something in sport somewhere, would interest me.
Awesome. I think that's a wrap.
Sweet.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Let
watching.
us know who we should have on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.